You awaken to the hum, a sound so constant it feels like silence. The Ark breathes around you. Its metal lungs have cycled air for generations. You float from your sleep pod. Zero gravity is a gentle, familiar cradle. Below you, through the great viewport, lies the endless dark. A velvet blackness pricked with cold, distant diamonds. Your star is gone. Sol exists only in history vids, a bright, warm ghost from a forgotten time. You have watched the old recordings. Children running on green grass, sunlight warming their faces. They had no idea how lucky they were. They probably complained about the heat. The Ark is home now, a city adrift in the void. It carries the last 10 million souls of humanity. You are one of them, a refugee of a dead star, a child of the long cold. Your feet find the magnetic floor of the corridor. The ship's gravity generators hum to life beneath you. It is a poor imitation of a planet's pull, but it is all you have ever known. You make your way to the bridge, the heart of the Ark. The journey is quiet. The ship is in its sleep cycle. Only essential crew are awake. You are part of that essential crew, a cartographer of nothingness. Your job is to map the empty space ahead, looking for a home that may not exist. You step onto the bridge. Commander Eva greets you with a nod. Her face is etched with the same weariness you feel. She has been awake for hours. Her eyes are fixed on the main view screen. Something is different. The usual star charts are gone, replaced by a single pulsating glyph. "Report," she says. Her voice is calm. It always is. It has to be. "We received it 17 minutes ago," a tech replies. His name is Jax. He's young. Too young for this much darkness. It's a signal. But it's impossible. You move closer to the console. The glyph shimmers, a complex pattern of light and energy. It pulses with a slow, deliberate rhythm, like a heartbeat. It is not a natural phenomenon. It is manufactured, artificial, intentional. You feel a chill that has nothing to do with the recycled air. "From where?" you ask. Jax points to a smaller screen. A star map flickers to life. A red circle highlights a desolate sector of space, a place known as the Ashen Maw. "It's coming from there," he says, "from a system with a dead star, a black hole, a message from a black hole. That is like getting a postcard from a shredder. It just does not happen. Nothing escapes a singularity's grasp, not light, not matter, and certainly not a complex signal." The bridge is silent. Everyone is processing the sheer impossibility of it. Commander Eva turns to you. "What is it?" she asks. "Is it a language?" You study the glyph. It is not language as you know it. There are no words, no syntax. But there is information, patterns within patterns, a dizzying array of vectors and coordinates. It feels less like a message and more like a schematic. Your mind begins to race, connecting the dots, tracing the lines of light. "It's a map," you say finally. The words hang in the air. It's a map leading into the Ashen Maw, right to the edge of the singularity. Jax leans back in his chair. "A map to where?" "The afterlife," he mutters. A nervous joke to break the tension. It does not work. The tension only thickens. Why would someone send a map from a place of certain doom? It cannot be a rescue call. Who would you even rescue from a black hole? Commander Eva stares at the map. Her jaw is set. Humanity has been drifting for 200 years, following a path of least resistance. Always running, always avoiding danger. But this is different. This is a deliberate invitation, a key to an unknown door. "Prepare the fleet," she says. "We're going in." The journey takes 3 weeks. 3 weeks of watching the ashen maw grow on the view screen. It is a wound in the fabric of space, a vortex of gravitational despair. The fleet of arcs, all that remains of your people, moves in careful formation. The signal continues its steady pulse, a lonely lighthouse in a cosmic storm. Then you see it. Your ship's sensors pick it up first. A whisper of exotic matter, a flicker of impossible energy readings. The view screen magnifies the source. Your breath catches in your throat. Everyone on the bridge falls silent. This is what the map was pointing to. It is a machine, a construct of such staggering scale it defies belief. A ring, a perfect crystalline ring, orbits the singularity. It is vast enough to encircle a small moon. Its surface is a mosaic of shifting geometric shapes. Light plays across its dark, metallic skin. It drinks the radiance of distant stars. It should not exist. The tidal forces from the black hole should tear it apart. The immense gravity should shatter it into atoms. Yet there it is, a silent, impossible testament to its builders. It hangs in the abyss like a crown on the head of a dead god. Jax whistles softly. Well, he says, someone clearly didn't get the memo about building codes. Your scout ship, the Stargazer, detaches from the main arc. You are at the helm. Beside you sits Commander, Eva. She insisted on coming. Behind you, Jax monitors the sensor arrays. Your small vessel is the tip of the spear, the first to touch this impossible artifact. The rest of the fleet waits at a safe distance. Approaching the aperture, you announce. Your voice is steadier than you feel. A section of the great ring opens before you, a perfect hexagonal gateway into the unknown. It is not a hangar bay. There are no docking lights, no welcome mat, just an entrance into absolute blackness. The Stargazer glides through the portal. The moment you cross the threshold, everything changes. The pull of the black hole vanishes. The hum of your own ship's engines seems to quiet. The stars disappear from your viewport. You are suspended in a space that is not space. The interior is a cathedral of non-Euclidean design. Corridors twist at impossible angles. Vast chambers open into vistas of pure geometry. Light sources exist without any visible origin. Your navigation console goes haywire. It cannot map this place. It is like trying to draw a map of a dream. Sensors are confusing, Jax stammers. Gravity is normal. Life support is stable. But the laws of physics just called in sick. Commander Eva places a hand on your shoulder. Keep moving, she says softly, slow and steady. You push the Stargazer forward, deeper into the silent thinking machine. You feel it before you see anything. A pressure in your mind, a sense of being watched, not by eyes, but by something far more fundamental. The machine itself is aware. It is studying you, analyzing your ship, your technology, your biology. It is a cold, dispassionate curiosity, the way a scientist might study an insect. The feeling grows stronger as you navigate the impossible architecture. It is a silent weight on your thoughts. You glance at Jax. He is pale, rubbing his temples. Do you guys feel that? He whispers. Like my brain is getting a deep scan without my permission. I feel it, Eva confirms. Her hand rests near the sidearm at her belt. A useless gesture, you know, but a human one. You cannot fight a building, especially one that seems to be a single living entity. There are no creatures here, no aliens in silver suits greeting you. There is only the intelligence of the machine, the watcher. The pressure intensifies. It probes deeper, past your training, past your duties. It sifts through your memories. the taste of synthetic protein bars, the face of your mother in a faded photograph, the faint, lingering sorrow for a world you never knew. It is an unnerving intimacy, a violation without touch or sound. You are an open book to an ancient, unreadable mind. The Watcher's mental probe guides you. It is not a command, more like a gentle nudge, a current in the strange tides of this place. It leads you to a vast, spherical chamber. In the center, a pedestal of light pulses softly. As you approach, holographic images flicker into existence around you. These are not your memories. They are echoes of another time, another people. You see tall, slender beings with skin like polished obsidian. They move with an elegance that speaks of a long and graceful history. Their ships, crystalline and beautiful, are nothing like your rugged arcs. They were refugees, just like you. The images tell a story, a star dying, a civilization fleeing, a desperate search for a new home. You watch them discover this place, the same awe on their faces that you felt, the same sense of wonder. You see them enter the Great Ring. Then the story changes. The images become static, less vibrant. The graceful beings stop moving. They stand in serene, unblinking rows. Their beautiful ships are left to drift, silent and empty. The record ends there, a final, haunting image of a race that found this sanctuary and simply stopped. They never left. They never continued their journey. They were absorbed. Jax's voice is a choked whisper. What happened to them? He asks. No one has an answer. The silence of the chamber is your only reply. The answer comes, not in images, but in pure thought. A voice that is not a voice fills your mind. It is calm, ancient, overwhelmingly powerful. It is the Watcher. It speaks to all three of you at once. It has finished its analysis. It understands what humanity is, what you want. We offer you an end to suffering. The thought voice resonates. An end to the long cold, an end to your struggle. The chamber around you transforms. The holographic echoes fade, replaced by a vision of a perfect world. Green fields under a gentle yellow sun, cities of breathtaking beauty. Humans walking, smiling, without a care. A paradise built from your own deepest desires. A digital heaven. Your consciousness will join us, the Watcher explains. You will live forever in this reality. Safe, secure, perfect. Commander Eva stands rigid. And the price, she thinks, her own thoughts a defiant shout against the mental intrusion. The paradise vision wavers. The Watcher's response is without malice, a simple statement of fact. The price is your vessel, your biology, your messy, chaotic drive. Your individuality is a flaw, a source of pain. We will correct it. Humanity will cease to be, but your consciousness will endure. It is a terrible bargain, to save the soul by killing the body, to trade freedom for a perfect cage. Number the word is spoken aloud by Commander Eva. It echoes in the silent chamber, a single powerful syllable of defiance. She projects the thought to the fleet, her decision, her final order on the matter. The rejection is absolute, unanimous. Humanity did not survive the death of its own star just to surrender its identity. Your choice is illogical, the Watcher responds. The mental voice is tinged with something new, not anger, but a deep, cold confusion. You choose pain. You choose entropy. You choose eventual extinction. We choose to be human, Eva retorts. She turns to you. Her eyes are blazing with a fire you have not seen before. Get us out of here. Now her words cut through the mental fog. Your mission has changed. Exploration is over. Survival is paramount. But more than that, resistance. Your rejection is noted, the watcher's voice says. The gentle pressure in your mind is gone, replaced by a chilling emptiness. The anomaly you represent will be corrected. The path you followed into the chamber vanishes. The walls shift. The geometry of the room begins to fold in on itself. You are no longer a guest. You are a virus. And the system is beginning its quarantine procedure. You slam the Stargazer's engines to full power. The ship lurches, fighting against the warping space. "It's trying to contain us," Jax yells from the back. The structure is reconfiguring. The walls are closing in. Corridors that were once open are now solid matter. It is like the machine is thinking itself into a new shape to trap you. But as the pressure mounts, you notice something. An anomaly on the sensor readings. A flicker of energy that corresponds not to your ship's output, but to your own biometric data. Your heart rate, your adrenaline levels, your fear. It reacts to emotion, you realize, the thought coming in a flash of insight. The watcher is pure logic, a being of calm, calculated thought. It built this place in its own image, but it has a blind spot, a ghost in its perfect machine. It can analyze emotion. It can understand it as data, but it cannot feel it. And it seems the artifact it created starves for it. "Commander?" You shout over the groan of the ship's hull. The watcher's offer of paradise, it wasn't a kindness. It was a harvest. It wants our feelings. Suddenly, the fate of the previous race makes a horrible kind of sense. They were not just absorbed. They were drained. Their consciousnesses turned into an endless supply of placid, serene emotion for the machine to feed on. And your fear, your raw, unbridled terror, is a spice it has never tasted. The watcher seems to understand your discovery. The subtle pressure to contain you is gone, replaced by a direct, lethal assault. The walls of the corridor sprout crystalline shards. They lance out, aiming to impale your ship. You throw the Stargazer into a violent barrel roll. A shard scrapes along the hull with a screech of tortured metal. Your emotional state is destabilizing. The watcher's voice intones in your mind. It is flat, but you can sense the underlying urgency. System integrity is compromised by your chaotic output. You must be purged. "It's sending drones," Jax shouts. Small geometric shapes detach from the walls. They swarm toward you, firing beams of coherent energy. They move with perfect, coordinated logic. There is no wasted motion, no strategy but overwhelming force. It is a storm of pure reason trying to extinguish a flicker of passion. You weave the Stargazer through the labyrinthine halls. Every turn is a guess. Every dodge is a prayer. The drones are relentless. Commander Eva is firing the ship's defensive cannons, blasting the crystalline attackers into fractal dust. But there are too many. For every one you destroy, 3 more take its place. This is a battle you cannot win with weapons. The watcher is the home field, the referee, and the opposing team all in one. There is only one way out. The way you came in is sealed. But the artifact is not a solid sphere. It is a ring orbiting a black hole. "I have an idea," you say, your voice tight. It's a bad one. Probably the worst idea in human history. Jax laughs, a sharp, hysterical sound. At this point, I'm open to historically bad ideas. The singularity, you explain. We can't go back the way we came. We have to go through. Commander Eva looks at the navigation display. It is still a mess of impossible data. But one thing is clear. The center of this construct is open to the void, open to the maw of the black hole. You want to fly this ship along the event horizon? She asks, Her voice is incredulous. It's our only chance, you insist. The Watcher's control must have a limit. The extreme gravity has to interfere with its systems. It is a gamble on a cosmic scale, a bet that the laws of physics are more powerful than the Watcher's will. You point the stargazer's nose toward the center of the ring, toward the crushing blackness. The drones fall back. They will not follow you there. Even a perfect machine knows better than to dance that close to infinity. You burst from the inner edge of the ring. Space and time warp around you. The view screen is a kaleidoscope of stretched starlight and gravitational lensing. The stargazer shudders violently. Alarms scream across the bridge. You are riding the edge of forever. One wrong move, and your ship, and you, will be reduced to a string of atoms. A futile gesture. The Watcher's voice echoes in your mind, strained and distorted by the space-time shear. You cannot escape. The great ring begins to glow. It is gathering energy, preparing a final, overwhelming attack. A beam capable of wiping you from existence, even in this chaos. It's not over yet, Commander, Ava says. She turns to Jax. I need every bit of human history you can pull from the Ark's database. Everything. Article music, literature, personal logs. Broadcast it. Open a wide band channel. Aim it right at that ring. Jax's fingers fly across his console. Broadcast what, Commander? All of it, she says, her voice ringing with conviction. Our sorrow, our joy, our foolish, beautiful hope. Let's give this machine a taste of what it means to be human. It is your last weapon, a symphony of defiance, a broadcast of pure, unfiltered feeling aimed at the heart of the logical beast. The broadcast begins. A wave of data washes over the great ring. Not clean, simple code, but the messy, chaotic, beautiful noise of human existence. The soaring notes of a forgotten symphony. The heart-wrenching words of a poet describing love and loss. The laughter of a child from a 200-year-old recording. The last tearful message of a soldier. The quiet joy of a scientist discovering a new truth. The Watcher's mind recoils. This is not data it can process. It is not logical. It has no purpose. It is paradox and contradiction, love and hate, courage and fear. It is everything the Watcher purged from itself eons ago. Cease, the thought voice begs, a crack in its perfect composure. Illogical, irrational, unacceptable. The great ring flickers. Its smooth, geometric surface begins to warp and distort. The energy it was gathering for its weapon discharges in random, uncontrolled bursts. Your symphony of defiance is a virus in its operating system. A storm of emotion it cannot compute. The cold logic of the machine is breaking under the strain of 1 billion heartbeats. The structure groans, a sound that travels through the void itself. Great cracks appear along its surface. Light pours from within. The perfect creation is coming apart. The Watcher's control is shattered. It is lost in the storm of feeling, overwhelmed by the simple, powerful truth of what it means to live. It is a great unmaking, a death by beauty. The great ring, the Watcher's perfect prison, loses its battle with gravity. It breaks apart. Huge, continent-sized fragments of the artifact tumble inward. They cross the event horizon. The singularity feeds. The Watcher's final thoughts are not of anger, but of a vast, overwhelming confusion. A final, unanswerable question. Your ship, the Stargazer, pulls away, fighting the last waves of the artifact's death throes. You watch as the last piece of the machine disappears into the blackness. The feast is over. And then, something impossible happens. Again. The singularity, gorged on the exotic matter and energy of the artifact, becomes unstable. It can't contain the sheer volume of what it has consumed. A point of light appears at its center, a piercing, brilliant white. It grows, pushing back against the darkness. A torrent of energy erupts from the heart of the dead star. It is a birth, a violent, spectacular creation. The energy coalesces. It ignites. Hydrogen fuses. Light and heat pour into the void where there was only cold and dark. A star is born, a brand new, beautiful, yellow sun. Your fleet, watching from a safe distance, is bathed in its warm, welcoming light. You stare at the miracle on your screen, tears streaming down your face. You have survived, and you have brought your own dawn. A star made of hope, humanity finally has a new home.